All right. So, am I recording? I think I'm recording. I'm recording. All right. We're going to talk about this is the last week of February, Math 8, translation of points, shapes, determining translations, and some slope intercept review. All right. So, it's going to be a great week this week. Why? Because, first of all, translations are not too bad. And secondly, because slope intercept is super important. So lots of, not always, but all right. So point. So let's talk about some vocabulary. First of all, that little apostrophe is called a prime. So that's P prime. So when you come to class this week, make sure you're saying P prime when you see that. All right, it's the image. Okay, so we have a pre-image. That's the before. And then after some sort of transformation, in this case, a translation, but it could be anything else, then we're going to have an image. And that's called, then that's the after. All right, so pre-image, image, before, after. And so it's the image of this point here under the translation 2 units to the left and 5 units up. So that means we're taking the x-coordinate 2 units left. So does that mean we add or subtract? When you go left, you're going towards the negative. So we're going to subtract 2 from our x-coordinate. And if we're going 5 units up is in the positive direction. So we're going to add 5 to the y. So now all we got to do, if that's our x and this is our y, then we're going to substitute in. So we're going to have 5 minus 2 and negative 5 plus 5. So this is our rule. And here we sub in the points. There's other ways to think about this, but this is a very visual way here. And then what's 5 minus 2 is 3, and negative 5 plus 5 is 0. And so the answer is 3, 0. P prime is at the point 3, 0. If the image is, if the pre-image is 5, negative 5. All right, so we should be able to do that sort of thing. It's just looking here really quick though. We want to take this point and we want to move it 5 units left, you know, and then 3 units up. Oop. Is that right here? Would that be right there? Did I get it? So easy. All right. So now translate shapes. So we're going to do the same thing we just did with points, but we're going to do that with shapes. So what a lot of people last year like to do is they like to start and put the green shape on top of the blue shape. The blue shape is our pre-image. The green shape is our image. And then if you just click in the middle, then you can drag the whole shape. Isn't that good? So we want to go 1 unit left and 5 units up. So we want to take this shape and go 1 unit left and 5 units up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just clicking, holding, and dragging. That's all I'm doing. Now you can see they just wrote it using the rule, but this means 7 units left and 1 unit up. So you could do that. There's some other types of questions, and if you can't figure them out, put them in the organizer, and we will go through them. All right, this is a same concept, just from a different angle. Determine the translation. So this time we have the pre-image and the image point or shape, and we need to figure out what was that translation that moved the pre-image to the image. So if our, this up a little, if our image is 7, 1, and our pre-image is 7, 6, which way did we move? So if we start off at 7, 6, and then we end up at 7, 1. So did we move left or right? No. So we'll say the rule is X. We're not adding or subtracting anything from X because look, start at 7, end at 7. We only moved up or down. Did we move up or down? Well, to get from 6 to 1, you have to subtract 5, right? So the rule is X, Y minus 5. Another way of saying it, a translation, 5 units down. Okay, and so you can explore determining translations. Now, go ahead and try quiz 3 about slope intercept, and then 21 to 26 minutes. Yeah, right. I'm gonna be done in 5. Okay, but try this, and then you can look at my answers, and then you can try it again. And that's interleaving space practice. That's the way to do this so that you remember it and don't waste your time. All right. So now that you've tried this, as I hope you have, because that's what I told you to, I'm going to do this problem. This is a great problem that you probably forgot, and that's okay. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to write the equation through these 2 points. So the first thing is find slope. Then sub in a point and slope. Then determine the y-intercept. Right, that's what we're gonna do. It's a 2-step process, great process. All right, so do you remember how to find slope? Slope is y2 minus y1. Don't put those little numbers in as the exponents over x2 minus x1. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So I'm going to put 2 minus 4 over 2 minus 1. That's negative 2 over 1. The slope is negative 2. So now I got that. That's my m in y equals mx plus b. We remember that slope intercept form is y equals mx plus b, and we just figured out m. So we're going to substitute that right there. And then we can take either one of these points and put them in for x and y. And so I'm going to choose 1 and 4 since they're different numbers. And I'm going to put them in there too. So the 4 is going to replace y because that's y1. The m is being replaced by negative 2 as that is the slope. X is being replaced by the 1 up there. And b is my variable. So now I'm going to solve for b. So I got to multiply those two things together. That was easy. Now I'm going to put my numbers on the left here. So 4 plus 2 over on the left. And 4 plus 2 is 6. So that's my y-intercept is 6. So my slope is negative 2. My y-intercept is 6. So my line equation is, sloppy y. It's negative 2x plus 6. All right. Negative 2x plus 6. And I'm like, all right. See if I can actually make this take 5 minutes. All right, so graphing. So we're going to start at the y-intercept, which is 5. We're going to go down 1 and right 3 from the y-intercept. So there's, I'm already down 1. Now I just got to go right 3. There it is. Down 1 and right 3. All right. Now, this one I have to figure out. So the y-intercept is 3. So I'll put a 3 there. And the slope, if I look at the, okay, draw a little triangle. If I draw this triangle here, it's down 3 and right 2. So the slope is -3 over 2. That's what that is. -3 over 2. All right, graph. I feel like I did graph. Graph again. Fine. I graph as many lines as you want me to, Khan Academy. Put my y-intercept at 5, down 2. Oh, in this one, there's no denominator. So I go right 1, down 2, right 1. Okay, determine the equation. The y-intercept is -5. Draw my little slope triangle here. Just one way to do it. And so I'm going up 5 and right 5. There's lots of other slope triangles I could have drawn, but 5 over 5 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Done. 1 and done. All right, have a great time practicing. I know you probably were like, are we going to get new Khan Academy assignments? We got a 3-day week. The answer is yes.